Hey, everybody, we've made it to the holiday season, and as always, we're trying to bring you some of the coolest gift ideas for you and your family. Things that are actually going to get you better while having fun, and things you can use anytime, anywhere. And as you know, our title sponsor, NHL Sense Arena, has just released NHL Sense Arena 26, the new season. It's here, and it's the most complete off-ice training system ever built. Again, players and goalies can train with real NHL players now inside the app. Jumping into 3v3 full season games, you can build your own team rosters, collect player profiles. It's a really fun and realistic VR hockey experience. And remember, we talked about this too. You've seen myself use it and my son. The new Dangle Pro stick handling mode. I'm not going to lie to you. This is something I wish I had as a kid. It's really cool. You use a real stick and a real puck, and your head is up. You can do it in your living room, in your garage, wherever you want to do it. And then for goalies, the all-new Game Flow mode delivers non-stop shots from real shooters from programs like UConn, BU, the U.S. National Development Program, Little Caesars, and they have AI players keeping rebounds in play for 3 full periods of a game. It's amazing. Again, we put some videos out already of us using that. You got to check it out. Again, annual memberships right now are 50% off for the holidays. That's the best deal you're going to get, starting at just $29 a month. And you can save an extra $25 if you use our code OKPH at checkout. Again, that's OKPH at checkout at hockey.sensorarena.com/OKPH. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's a great tool to train your kids. And I'm not going to lie, you're going to jump into it as well if you're a parent or a coach or someone who loves this game. Now, let's get you into something else you love, this episode of Our Kids Play Hockey. Hello, hockey skaters and goalies around the world, and welcome to another edition of The Ride to the Rink. It's Lee, Mike, and Christy here with our friend Nick, who runs something called Working in Hockey. Now, kids, listen, if you're listening to this show, you love the game. I'm sure you have big dreams in this game of where you want to play and where you want to be. But something we always talk to you about is even if you get to accomplish those dreams at some point, you got to hang the skates up. And that's why it's so important that you find other ways to be involved in the game of hockey aside from just playing. We all recommend that. I will always say, play as long as you possibly can, but know that there are other skills, there are other avenues, there's other things that you can build upon to create a lifetime in the game if that's what you wish to do. And our friend Nick, again, runs something called Working in Hockey. I just said that. I want you to check it out, where he finds people that work in the game. He also helps people get work in the game. So, Nick, I want to throw it to you, to the young hockey players listening. I'm going to ask you this question. What is something they should keep in mind if they just want to have a hockey life when it comes to skills, when it comes to thinking, when it comes to looking to the future?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really mind-blowing sometimes how many different jobs or paths there are within the game. Mike, we talked about EA Sports NHL earlier. I know I love playing that growing up. I know all the kids still play EA Sports NHL games. We think of that as okay, that's a video game. It's fun. EA Sports employs over 15,000 people.
Wow.
Now, not all of those are working on the NHL game, mind you, but maybe your passions lie with video games or technology. There's jobs that can be had within hockey, within technology and video games. Maybe you're really good in math class. There's analytics and statistic jobs with every single NHL team. Every single level of hockey has those jobs. Maybe you love social media. You're scrolling on TikTok a little more than mom or dad would maybe approve of. There are so many marketing and social media avenues within the game. And honestly, that's probably the easiest way to create your own path or niche within the game is through marketing. There's so many amazing photographers, videographers, creatives of all sorts that, their love for the game, they get to go watch their brother or sister play and maybe experiment with filming the game or editing a goal that your friend scored or all those different things. So for me, I always try to tell teammates kids, Lee, that talk to your teammates about their interests, figure out what they're interested in. You build those similarities and those bonds with people and being able to kind of think about maybe down the road, I'd love to get into something like this, whether it's coaching or video games or analytics. There's a million ways to work within the game of hockey.
And Nick, the kids are thinking, okay, I've got my hockey skills down. I know how to skate fast. I know how to put a puck in the net. What kind of skills do I need if I want to succeed off the ice with a career in hockey?
Absolutely. Your coaches were right. Your coaches were right that being a leader, being a good person in the room, getting along with your teammates, those things are so transferable to the real world, to the business world, to life beyond the ice. I think those are the biggest things. The captains that I had in minor hockey growing up are some of the best and smartest business people that I know today. The people who were leaders in the rooms, the people who brought people together when we were at hockey tournaments playing mini sticks in the hotel hallways, like the people who can bring people together, who can cultivate, be leaders, those people tend to go the furthest in the business world or the real world after hockey. So there's so many characteristics and things that we can learn through playing sports. All the things your coaches tell you about being a good person, trying your hardest, don't ride the wave of emotions too much. All those different lessons that our coaches teach us apply to life after hockey as well.
Nick, we love hockey people. I think one of the things that we've loved about doing this show is anybody in the sport of hockey that we reach out to, whether it's an NHL player, a Hall of Famer, a GM, they're so accessible. I mean, it's actually unbelievable how accessible the hockey world is. I'm 14, I'm 15 years old, 16 years old. Can you talk a little bit about, how do you access that accessibility? Like, what would you do as a 14 and 15-year-old to find out about these jobs that are out there?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think first and foremost, when you know what you're interested in or you're passionate in, tell people. And maybe that means your teammates. Maybe that means on the bus to school, you're talking about, what you learned or worked on the weekend. Or it's just, we're all on social media these days. It's putting it in your bio. It's posting about what you're interested in. I joke with people all the time, Mike, that there's people from my high school or university that post, the Leafs score after a Saturday night game, and I didn't know they were a Leafs fan. But now they posted about it, and I know they're a Leafs fan, and I'm going to connect with them over the Leafs, and we're going to talk about, oh, my God, and we really miss Mitch Marner, whatever it is, right? So when you find those interests and those passions, make sure people know about them, whether that's publicly on social media, just with your friends, on the ride to the rink with your parents, telling them, hey, I really love playing EA Sports NHL. I think I want to get more into this. Maybe I want to start streaming it, whatever it may be. When you find your interests or passions, I think letting people know about those is the most important thing you can do.
It's so true, buddy. And I'll say this too, especially the kids listening, we say this a lot. You are much more than a hockey player. It is not just okay, it is encouraged for you to have other interests aside from just hockey. Don't get lost in the mindset that all that matters, that all you are is as a hockey player. You are so much more than that. Remember, you're a son or a daughter. You may be a sibling. You're a friend. All right. I love that you brought up math. Like, I'm sure there's subjects in school that you're excelling at that you find interesting. It's okay to explore all of that. And if hockey is your big grand love, which is awesome, it's all of ours, right? You'll find a way to merge those skills into the game. But kids listening, you have an advantage here in listening to this show and hearing this, because there's a lot of kids who aren't hearing this. And your ability to now, however old you are, your ability at 10, 15, whatever, to start applying this will give you a significant advantage to pursuing it later on, right? That there's no age limit on pursuing work in hockey, but the experience you can get at your age is very important. Nick, any final thoughts before we close this out? This has been wonderful.
No, I think that's a perfect way to sum it up, Lee. And again, it's the characteristics, the traits, the skills you learn through being in a locker room with your teammates, through riding the bus to a game, through sitting in the car with your parents to a game, sitting there in the stands watching your siblings play. All those characteristics and those lessons, those are what stick with you after you wrap up playing. I couldn't tell you how many goals or assists or wins we had in any single year of my career, even though that was the sole thing we were focused on at the time. It's the lessons, the memories, the people, the things that coaches told you, the things that parents told you after you took a silly penalty. All those things are what stick with you the most once you're, maybe done playing the game one day.
Well, that is the human experience, my friend, and kids. Hopefully we can start to expand your horizon on that as soon as possible, because at the end of the day, there's no way around that. But this has been a fantastic episode of The Ride to the Rink. Kids, remember, no matter where you're at on your hockey journey, we believe in you. You should too. For Nick, for Mike, for Christy, I'm Lee. We'll see you on the next Ride to the Rink. Take care, everybody.